Good afternoon, students. Today, let's move to the another part of gametogenesis. The day we went for the spermatogenesis. Now, the gametogenesis, there is another part, oogenesis. Oogenesis is the formation of what? Egg or ova. We need to know how the egg is formed. So, like that of spermatogenesis, there are three phases or stages in the formation of egg. They are multiplication phase, number one. Number two, growth phase. Number three, maturation phase. Phases are same, but what is the difference? The difference lies with that of the multiplication phase and the growth phase. See, student, try to get what I am telling very clearly and deeply, because you are also going to sit for the medical entrance examination, and some of the points which I am going to cover are bound to come in the N.C.E.R.T. The female, the process of oogenesis starts when the fetus is in the mother womb, or you can tell in the fetus itself. Understood the thing what I am telling? Strange, sorry. That means process of egg formation starts when it is in the fetus, in the baby, not baby. Baby is not formed. That means it completes within 25 weeks. This multiplication will be going slowly, one by one, to those steps to understand very nicely. Okay, students? See, students, this gametogenesis, in case of oogenesis, it starts when germinal epithelial layers, which forms the ovarian, one of the cells leads to the formation of the oogonial cells. O-O-G-O-N-I-A, oogonia or oogonial cell. Okay? This oogonial cell, I am drawing it here. See, these are oogonial cells. Oogonial cells. These oogonial cells are the one which are produced when it is in the fetus condition, that is inside the mother's womb. They undergo multiplication, or it is called multiplication phase. That is what? Mitosis. That is equational division. Understood? So, from here, you are finding number of what? Oogonial cells to develop, called oogonia. O-O-G-O-N-I-A, oogonia, or I can say oogonial cells. They are all twice n. Got it? Try to get me what I am telling. This process of multiplication of mitosis get completed when the fetus completes 25 weeks. Got it? Or 5 months inside the mother's womb. Not taken birth. 5 months or 25 weeks. After that, what happens, you see? After that, some of these oogonial cells, what happens? It becomes much more developed, much more prominent. Okay? So that one here is called primary oocyte. What is called? Primary oocyte. That means you can tell one of the organelle cell has become what? Primary oocyte. It is also twice N. It is also what? Twice N. What happens to other then? The other organelle cells forms a layer around the primary oocyte like this. It forms a layer. Okay? Like this. And it forms the primary follicle. Here I am drawing it. See, primary follicle. Primary follicle then develops another granulosa layer, granulosa cells, or the organelle cells, leads to the formation of what? Secondary follicle. Understood nothing? Then secondary follicle develops and leads to the formation of what? Tertiary follicle. Tertiary follicle. Now, in tertiary follicle, some character develops which are little bit different from that of primary and secondary. That develops a fluid-filled cavity. What it develops there? I am putting it in blue. See, fluid-filled cavity. Okay, that is called N.C.E.R.T. What it is called? A-N-T-R-U-M. That is a fluid-filled cavity called N.C.E.R.T. N.C.E.R.T has what? Theca around it, layers. What is called? Theca. Okay. T-H-E-C-A. These are some of the characters you are finding. T-H-E-C-A, theca. There are two layers. One is called theca externa. Internal one is called theca internal. Is it clear to you? Clear? So this process of the development actually occurs in the growth phase. This is the growth phase. So growth phase, try to get my point now. Moment the primary oocyte is formed, after that the development that takes place, it is the growth phase. And there are huge development or huge formation of different types of layers takes place. Okay? Growth phase is very weak, which continues from the fetus and extend up to the puberty, means onset of sexual cycle or reproductive cycle. In case of girls, generally it is 12 to 13 years of age. So up till that, growth phase remains. See how much long it is. You have to keep in mind. After that, I am now rubbing this one. This is what? Growth phase. This one I am rubbing. This is growth phase. After that, when it has attained the maturation, that is reproductive cycle, there is the occurrence of the third one, that is called the maturation. Maturation. In maturation phase, when it has reached, when the girl is reached the reproductive cycle, menstrual cycle, puberty has occurred, there is the meiosis. Earlier, mitosis, cell division was there. Mitosis. Now what? Meiosis. The primary oocyte, what happens? It divides. Meiosis, there is how many? Two phase. Meiosis 1 and what? Meiosis 2. Now what happens? The first meiosis, you see, there is the occurrence of, I am putting it here like this, there is the occurrence of two unequal cells. This one is called This is primary oocyte. This is called what? Secondary oocyte. This one is called polar body. Okay. Now, this one is twice N. Meiosis, I told meiosis. So, reductional division, it has become N. Chromosome number was 46 or 23 pairs. It has now become what? 23 number. Did you get it? Number. Now, next what happens? Again, there will be second meiosis. When there will be second meiosis, from here, you are finding the occurrence of another unequal division. You are finding OT here, another polar body. So here also another division will be there in meiosis 2. So it also develops two polar bodies. This one, second, third. So total polar body, total number of polar body is equal to how many? 3. Otit is 1. 1. Otit leads to the formation of egg. Now see, try to get it. Here, as I told you, reductional division. So chromosome number will be reduced to what? Half. But cytoplasm is not equally divided. Huge amount of cytoplasm remains in the secondary oocyte as well as in the otit. And a very less or no cytoplasm reaches here in the polar body. So what happens in case of polar body? It doesn't remain for a longer duration of time. Got it? It is used up in this development. Now say another thing I left there. Tertiary follicle was there, I told you, antrum, all this thing. Then after tertiary follicle, moment, otit leads to the formation of egg. Tertiary follicle leads to the development of another follicle. It is called Graafian follicle. I am writing the name here. Graafian, Graafian follicle. This Graafian follicle only releases the egg. Here. So, summing up, what you are finding, like this spermatogenesis, you are also finding what? You are finding multiplication phase, growth phase, and maturation phase. But here the multiplication of the organelle cells, or the organelle is also known by another name called the egg mother cells. Earlier we told sperm mother cell, egg mother cell takes place when it is in the fetus. Try to get my point. Then it is completed within the 25 weeks. Then there is the occurrence of growth phase, which is very long. From there it starts to dance and continue up to the puberty. Here you in the last you are finding this is the multiplication phase, this is the growth phase. In the maturation phase, what you are finding? You are finding the occurrence of otit and 3 polar body. That's all from the oogenesis.